I bought a train ticket for me and a train ticket for my Bibuff Starship. That's because I'm on the way from Xiamen to Tongguan. That's somewhere in southern China, and I'm gonna be there doing a film project for a few days, to be precise, somewhere around 4 to 5 days. And there is a very specific reason why I'm bringing this particular electric skateboard, even though I have many electric skateboards. The Bibuff Starship has a huge battery capacity, to be precise 648 watt hour. So they claim a range of 70 kilometers. I really seriously doubt that's gonna be possible with my weight and the way I ride, but it's most likely that I'm gonna get somewhere around 50 to 55 kilometers, which is still pretty amazing. And because I'm only gonna be there 4 or 5 days, that means I can bring this electric skateboard without the need to bring a charger and not gonna have any range anxiety. And by the way, I'm gonna be reviewing it on this trip. You might be thinking that with such a big battery, this is gonna be very heavy, but actually, not really. It's just 9.7 kilos. It's not the lightest out there, but it's not that heavy. And because you have this long battery case, the weight distribution is actually very even, and that makes it a lot easier to carry it around. Okay, we do need to address the elephant in the room. For a very long time, holy shit. Okay, you're safe. For a very long time, I've been saying that electric skateboards all look the same. They're black, boring, and something needs to be done about that, but not this. This is a little bit too much. I mean, first is why pink and purple, maybe for girls, but I don't think any girl would like to buy this board except for the colors. It's just way too much power and range for girls that are usually more beginner, and this is more like a pro electric skateboard. So I'm a little bit confused what they try to do here with the design. I know there is also a version that is with a black grip tape, but here on the back, you can see here that the battery case takes most of the board. It's still looking white, pink, and purple. So, yeah, I'm not so sure the design is quite the right one for this particular electric skateboard. But, you know, whenever it's come to design, it's all about preference. Who am I to say this is looking nice or not looking nice? This is up to you to decide this looks nice or not. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? White, pink, and purple? You dig that? I've been in Tongguan for 3 days, and this is the first time that I go for like a ride, just like a proper ride. Before, I only used it to commute some very short distances. In Tongguan, something that I like of is that you can go into some small roads like I am now. There is actually a dirt road right there. There isn't really too much people, even though it's a massive mega city. Well, right now it's like kind of quiet. I mean, there is some construction every now and then. Keep developing really fast. But now back to the board. There is something that I actually like about the design. Obviously not the colors, but the way the deck is shaped. So there is great feedback for my feet. I never really need to look down. I know where my feet are placed on the deck at all times because they have this inclination. I think it's like about 15 degrees. Actually, the deck feels very similar to something like the X-Way Flex 2 Pro and Flex Paragon, but they use different materials. They use some materials that is like some kind of plastic, And they have a video where they demonstrate it's like a car running over a deck right on the middle, like the wheel of the car, like literally on the middle, and it doesn't break. So that gave me a lot of confidence. And because this material is like this kind of plastic that is transparent, well, the lights on the deck, well, they shine a lot more. It's actually very bright, the LED lights on this board. But we're gonna be talking about that a little bit later. So this deck with this particular shape is absolutely great for carving, like I'm trying to do now. You saw there is quite a lot of people now. Also great for turning, and when I'm riding at high speed, well, it's good because I always know where my feet are being placed without even having to look down. Well, now that the sun is setting down, that is a beautiful sunset. And I guess I'm gonna take opportunity as the sun is setting down to maybe go back to the hotel and show you the lights on the Starship.
Now check this out. From the remote control itself, I can turn on the lights. And the lights are very cool with many effects. As a matter of fact, I can go into my phone and you can see there is 142 light effects. You can see. And they're all very, very cool. I mean, there is like infinite light effects, and you can also go into favorite. So I have here my 10 favorite light effects. I try to pick effects that are very different. I don't know, for different occasions, I guess. And then if you want, you can also have some solid colors. So they're very simple. You don't necessarily need to have light effects, and you can also set the brightness. So for example, now you can only see it on very dark environments, and here is more kind of like ideal just for getting some ambient lights. And these are actually very, very bright, and the lights can be seen from the top. You can see here the grip tape, it is a little bit transparent, and you can see it very clearly from the sides, and also it bounces back on the floor and it creates a bit of reflection, so cars can see you from any angle, no matter what.
I am now back in Xiamen, and it suddenly got really cold, really windy. Dongguan was nice, always nice weather, always warm. And I did ride quite a lot, especially on the last day. I did 15 kilometers in one day. I even go to the train station skating. So the battery only dropped 2 bars out of 10, means I still have 80% on this battery. So the range is actually insane. By the way, something I forgot to mention about the battery, it's a Samsung 50T, which is basically one of the best batteries that you can have on an electric skateboard. So it's not just big and well placed for a better weight distribution, it's also really top quality. When it comes to the performance on this particular electric skateboard, I will say it is very powerful. It's basically up there with some of the heavy hitters like the Flex 2 Pro or the Bibuff Voyager. And that says a lot, because those boards are some of the fastest longboards you can buy right now. Well, now you have one more. When it comes to the riding experience, there are 4 factors. One is the deck, that I already say is actually really good. I like the concaves, they're about 15-degree angle, which is very comfortable, give me great feedback for when I put my feet in there. I always know where my feet are all the time. Then the other factor are gonna be the wheels, and these wheels, I don't know what to make of that. They're like 97-56 millimeter,
So they're a little bit bigger than the standard 90 millimeters that you find in most electric longboards. And to be perfectly honest, I do prefer the 90, 60 millimeter wheels that you get in most standard kind of wheel with all longboards. And one single reason, predictability. So these wheels are grippy, but I didn't find them to be as predictable as the 90-60, but that could be also because I'm so used to that set of wheels. The other thing that also gives a very good riding experience is gonna be the tracks for carvability and turn ratio. The tracks on this one are actually really good. They're very easy to turn, carve. They have excellent rebounds. The pushings are nice and soft. I kind of thinking of changing the pushings on the back, but that could be because I'm very heavy, about 100 kilograms with my backpack on. So I guess for riding at high speed, I would rather change to a harder pushing on the back. And the last things that make or break a board is the ESC, and I'm pretty sure these are hobby wins. I have no proof, but I also have no doubts. It is actually very, very smooth, and you can also tell by the remote control. Let me show you quickly the remote. It's like, it looks like a hobby win remote. We do have 2 buttons and the wheel here for the accelerating and braking, and we do have a little screen with most of the information. It is lightweight, and the battery lasts you a really long time. So I've been riding for 22.7 kilometers, never charged the remote, and I still have 4 bars out of 5. That's the great thing about this remote, so that you only charge them once in a while. And now, considering that this battery is so huge, well, I only have to worry about charging this maybe once a week, and I'm good to go. So overall, the riding experience is actually very good in combination with the very strong motors. They give a lot of power. Well, everything is pretty good. There is one thing that I wish it could have been better. Braking is actually good. It brakes very good, but I can never lock wheels. So if I set it to 100% like it is right now, I still cannot lock wheels, and that's something that I like to do sometimes with my Bikefire Silhouette X or the Flex 2 Pro, where if I put it over 80%, wheel locks, and I like to do that for power slides and having fun. So I cannot do that with this one. They're set at 100%, and it's very hard to lock wheels. So yeah, that's the only thing that I wish it could do.
Well, in conclusion, I've been riding this board for the last 2 months. As you can see, I started with a t-shirt and I ended with a pretty big jacket. So we are going through seasons in the process of this review. It took me a little bit longer than usual, but I gotta say, it was a real pleasure to review this board. It is maybe one of the best longboards out there with a completely outrageous range. So I get somewhere around 55 kilometers. My girlfriend, which she's basically appropriating this electric skateboard, she gets somewhere around like more than 70 because she's very lightweight. She's only 48 kilograms, so you can expect her to get more than the estimated range, because the estimated range was measured with a 65 kilograms rider. So she'd be much lighter, get even more range than the estimated. And obviously me being way heavier than the tester, I'm gonna get a lot less. But still, nonetheless, no matter how big or small you are, you're gonna get a lot of range with this board. The performance is great, it's very fast, very powerful, the acceleration is very strong, braking is pretty good. It is a very comfortable board to ride as well, and even so have this crazy range. Well, it's not that heavy. I mean, of course it's heavy, it's on the heavy side of boards, but not the heaviest out there, even so it have the longest range. So, do I recommend it? Yes, of course. By the way, one thing, if you, like me, are a little bit on the fence because of the design, let me tell you, I gave them some feedback to the people at Bibuff, and they listened. By the time I'm shooting this video, like 1 or 2 days ago, they contacted me and they told me they completely redesigned the grip tape. Now it looks nice. It's like a simple, much more sober black grip tape, but the edges are translucent. Even so it's black, it's still translucent, so you can see the lights very well. So yeah, new grip tape, looks awesome, either white or black, so there is no more purple and pink and all that stuff. Yeah, so if that was something that was holding you back, no worries about design anymore. It's looking actually really nice, and like I said, it is a really good board. Yeah, Links in the description down below. I'll see if I can find some discounts. Can't promise anything, but I'll try my best. And if this video was somehow informational or fun or anything, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That will help me a lot. Give it a like. And see you in the next one. Adios, amigos.